G'day guys, just welcome back to another video. Just doing another sort of DVD Blu-ray update, sort of what I've been watching, type video. Got a bit of a stack here. Been watching a fair bit of TV recently, so I've got sort of 2 TV series, and the rest are all Blu-rays. So we'll get started. This one's one that's sort of a bit sort of unknown, perhaps a little bit underrated. It's called the Thin Blue Line, starring Ron Atkinson, obviously from Mr. Bean fame, and from Blackadder. It's just about sort of like a police station, pretty much. It's like a comedy, and it's what they sort of get up to, and Ron Atkinson's a bit of a I'm not sure how to describe it. He's sort of like he's like the person kind of in charge, and he's a bit of sort of a goody two shoes, I suppose, and he's very tries to be always politically correct all the time, and sort of equal rights for men and women type thing. He's always always talking about men, and he says all men or persons, or stuff like that. Written by Ben Elton. He did wrote for like The Young Ones and Blackadder, and he's very sort of famous and very talented sort of comedy writer, especially in Britain. He also wrote a lot of books as well. A very sort of talented man. That's definitely a good one to watch. Probably it's not necessarily perhaps quite as funny as perhaps Blackadder or something like that, but definitely a great sort of TV show. Another TV show, another sort of unappreciated one that perhaps a lot of people don't really necessarily know much about. It's called Coupling, which sort of came out, I think, in the early 2000s. I think it was. So it's kind of fairly old TV show. Actually, it's kind of some people sort of refer to it, or liken it perhaps to Friends. It's sort of about 6 people, 3 guys and 3 women, and just sort of about their relationships, I guess, together, and just really sort of funny and very sort of witty, kind of like, I was probably say a bit like Seinfeld, I suppose. Very sort of witty, and sort of just sort of about nothing, I guess, just about these sort of characters, and going for their lives and their relationships and stuff like that. But it's very sort of great sort of way they sort of shot some of the episodes. Like you've got an episode where there's sort of like one of the main character guys, he's trying to crack onto or chat up like a woman in a bar type thing, but she doesn't speak English, so he's sort of there trying to use hand signals, and trying to basically ask her out type thing without her really knowing what he's saying type thing. And you sort of watch that, and then the scene sort of then again repeated from her perspective. I sort of realised that she's got a totally different idea to what he was trying to say to her type thing. And there's a scene another episode where sort of like you sort of get the same sort of 9.5 minutes. Basically, you're in like a pub, and you're sort of shown, for 9.5 minutes you sort of see one perspective of what happened from one character's perspective. Then that scene will play again from another person's perspective, and it's sort of how it sort of all links together and stuff. It's sort of actually really quite clever. Just really sort of funny, just great, very sort of witty show, I thought. I think it was 4 seasons of it, and I'll sort of watch that. The 4th season's probably sort of go downhill slightly. I think because one of the sort of main characters leaves, and it's not quite the same sort of without him. They sort of did replace him with like another sort of character, he was funny, and sort of well acted, I suppose, from the actor. Just wasn't sort of I think Jeff was the sort of the guy that left, and his name was Richard Coyle, I think his name is. He sort of left, and sort of replaced him with this other character, which is too similar, I think, to Jeff that left. I think they should have just got a totally different character with a totally different personality to come in and just sort of play the role. But I think definitely all 4 seasons are all really good, pretty much. Just the last one wasn't quite there, I don't think. But definitely a good one to check out. Next 2 here I got actually from a trade that I did with ANDREWBALLINA the other day, which I sort of showed in a video, but I hadn't sort of seen them before. Got the Big Lebowski, I've actually sort of watched this one a long time ago. I didn't think all that much of it, but a lot of people on YouTube seem to really, sort of recommend it. So I thought I might give it another try, and I actually did enjoy it. Actually, I actually thought it was quite a good movie. I think it was a bit of a flop. I think when it came out, a lot of people didn't really think much of it. But I think over the years it's sort of become a bit of a cult classic, I suppose. It's got some, Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, Steve Buscemi, Philip Seymour Hoffman in it. Essentially, it's about Jeff Bridges' character, and he's a bit of a stoner and a bit of a bludger, I suppose. And sort of one day, these sort of two thugs sort of break into his apartment and sort of, because I think he's they've got the wrong man. I think he's a different Lebowski, so they sort of piss on his rug and sort of leave. So he sort of wants to. So he sort of decides, well, I'm going to go and find the real Lebowski. I'm going to get my money back to replace the rug. That's pretty much where sort of the movie sort of goes from there. Just really sort of funny and really sort of a bit odd and a bit strange and very sort of original in some ways. I think, but that's definitely a good sort of movie to watch. I've got his Cool Hand Luke with Paul Newman. Now, a lot of people sort of say how great Shawshank Redemption is, and it's a really, really great movie, and it is a really great movie. I don't want to take away from that fact, but I also thought it was a little bit overrated and not necessarily all that original. Shawshank Redemption, which is a great example of what's sort of been done before type thing. Paul Newman basically gets sent to jail for vandalising some parking meters or something, which is a bit harsh, I thought. But anyway, just sort of him being in jail and sort of get along with the other sort of inmates, and them going out on chain gang and having to sort of cut, I think it was like cut wheat or cut the grass and sort of re-tar the road, and sort of being hard labour basically type things. Just about him trying to escape and stuff like that. It's that sort of famous line, what we have here is a fail to communicate type. That's the famous line. But I thought it was actually a really good movie. It's a 2-hour long movie. Sometimes you sort of worry sometimes these sort of older movies, sometimes they can get a bit boring, perhaps drag on a little bit. This one actually really sort of held my attention, I think. So it's definitely a good movie. It's also got George Kennedy in it, which is in this movie. He's also in the next one, The Do Dozen. So it's both actors in the same movie. This is one I bought this on VHS a long time ago. I think it was like an extra rental or something, and I thought it was a really, really good movie. I think the BlurayManiac, one of my good friends on YouTube here, he was pretty sure he was talking about this one before a few months ago. I think it was. But yeah, this is definitely a really good movie. I think it came out the same year as Cool Hand Luke. Essentially, it's about sort of 12 sort of convicts, and they sort of basically they get their either got life sentences or they're set to like 30 years hard labour sort of sentences, and basically the Lee Marvin character, he's sort of been asked, sort of forced to sort of they want to sort of get a group of men together to sort of kind of like a suicide mission, I suppose, in some ways, to sort of going to blow up this sort of Nazi sort of building, basically, where all the German officers are all sort of relaxing, they're all drinking wine and relaxing and listening to music and stuff like that, so the idea is to sort of get these 12, basically expendable men to sort of go in and just basically try and kill as many, people as they can before they get shot, before they get killed. And if they do manage to make it out alive, then they'll of course they'll get a pardon, and they'll be sort of be set free. It's got who's in it? Lee Marvin, Ernest Borgnine, Charles Bronson. Who else is in it? It's also got Donald Sutherland in there as well. I think he's very, very young in this one. But yeah, I thought it was a really good movie. It's long. What is it? 149 minutes. So it's actually a very long movie. But I was really sort of I didn't find it too boring. Was pretty much engrossed the whole time that I was sort of watching it. It's also got the sequel in here as well, apparently, on this disc. But I didn't sort of see that in the special features. But anyway, The Do Dozen and Exhibition, which I'm pretty sure I've seen a long time ago. I can't remember much Can't remember all that much about it, but anyway, but that's definitely a really good one, really good sort of war, you know, sort of prison, you know, type movie. Definitely worth a watch. This one I've got it here is I've got a trilogy, an animation trilogy, which I've sort of been wanting to pick up for quite a while. I've got the Toy Story Trilogy. I think I got the first two, I got second hand, and then I bought the third one, sort of brand new and sealed. I think it was like $28, I think, all up for all for these three. Now I haven't sort of, yeah, as if I'm a big sort of fan of animation, but I'm not necessarily a big huge fan of CGI. But I have sort of seen these before, and I thought they weren't too bad. I just haven't sort of bothered to pick them up. But I did sort of watch all three of these in sort of a big sort of marathon the other day, and I thought they were actually really good. Really good, just yeah, great sort of very sort of funny and great characters, and a lot of people, you know, I don't necessarily need to talk too much about it. A lot of people have already, you know, sort of seen these ones, but they're definitely really good movies. It's also got, sort of found it funny, there's also a line in here in the Toy Story 3 about the sort of being, you know, sent to the box, you know, for being naughty or whatever, you know, like, which is basically a line from Cool Hand Luke. Sort of being sent, if you misbehave, you'll be sent to the box, you know, type thing. This sort of scene sort of recreated in the Toy Story 3. So I thought that was quite interesting. So that's that. Now the last four here is actually from the another trade which I did with ANDREWBALLINA the other day. We did another swap again. So this one is what's it called? Reservoir Dogs. So we've been wanting to pick up for quite a while. I've seen it a couple of times. For some reason I always think it's sort of came out after Pulp Fiction, but it's not. This one came out 2 years before Pulp Fiction. I think maybe, I don't know, it might have perhaps been released, perhaps. I don't know, I think Pulp Fiction was such a big movie, perhaps this might have been, you know, not necessarily seen a lot, and then we sort of, once that broke, this, you know, obviously they might have perhaps re-released it, I don't know, but for some reason I always thought that this sort of came out after Pulp Fiction, but anyway. Probably don't need to go into too much detail. Essentially it's about this group of men that sort of commit a bank robbery, and they sort of find out there's been like a mole in the, you know, someone sort of sold them out to the police, type thing. So they basically got to find out who it was, sort of thing, and, you know, basically kill them, type thing. It's definitely a really good, very sort of violent movie, but it's very good. Another one I got is King Kong, which I think came out 2007, I think, with Peter Jackson directing. I think I remember watching coming out of the cinema and watching it. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't think it was too much of it. But I think over the years I've sort of wanted to. I sort of started to remember sort of parts of it, and remember some bits being pretty cool. So I thought I might give it another watch, and I might have been perhaps a bit harder perhaps the first time. So yeah, definitely want to rewatch that one again. Another one I got Attack of the Block, which I never sort of seen, but I have heard it's supposed to be a really sort of good movie, which came out last year. It's by the producers of Shaun of the Dead, so it probably can't be too bad. I think it's about, I don't know, about some aliens. Aliens come down to try and, I don't know, attack us or something like that, and then so I think it's sort of set in Britain. So I don't know much about it, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And last of all, got Battleship, which I haven't necessarily heard a lot of good things about, but I still want to check it out. It's got Liam Neeson in it, so it can't be sort of too bad. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty sort of, sort of cheesy type movie, so that'll be pretty cool to watch, I reckon. Yeah, so that's my sort of got some of the things I've sort of got recently, and a couple of things that I've sort of watched. I do have a lot more. I've got a lot more behind me here. Got a big huge stack of stuff I've still got to watch. Once I sort of watch that, then I can sort of talk about it a little bit more. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Want to leave some comments below? That'd be great. And next time I'll see you later. Bye.